the whole country. So we want to take that 5% of consumption up to 10%. Yeah?
I just wondered why you did the film in America and not Australia.
Good question. First of all, I wanted to drive across the country, so I wouldn't have found too many people to interview if I'd driven across Australia. That's number one. Number two is that Americans are a funny bunch. They don't necessarily like watching stuff that's made in other countries. They like to think of themselves, they're the king of show business, whereas we are pretty conditioned in Australia to watching US content. So I thought I could kill the three birds with one stone, the UK, Australia and the US, by going there. One of the other benefits, which I didn't realise, I stumbled across, is that because I'm an Australian in America, I'm very well accepted, whereas if I'd been from the north, the people from the south wouldn't like me. If I was from the south, people from the north wouldn't like me. So I'm lucky that I'm from Australia because we're all liked over there, as anyone who's been there knows. Yes? Is there any more questions? I think we're on time. Michael's got a few things to say. Is there any questions up there? No? Oh yeah, right at the back. That'll be our last one.
Joe, have you read the book by Victoria Batinkas, The Green Life Revolution, where she believes in, she had a similar health, changed the health of her whole family, but it was all really based on juicing greens and then adding fruit in it, because the greens do have all those colours, but they're masked. They've got the oranges and the reds actually in the greens themselves. Yeah, right. I haven't read that, but it doesn't surprise me, and I think that there is this big wave coming now of media and of this nutrition influence. I heard it was at Martin talking earlier, saying how the consumer is so much more aware now. Movies like in the US, and maybe you've seen them here, like Food Inc., like Fresh, like Forks Over Knives, like our film, they really are now starting to get a big cult following from people that really are specifically focused, like it's that aging population. When you start seeing those numbers, you don't want to die, you want to eat well, you start really becomes passionate about what you're putting in. So it doesn't surprise me that her book or others. In fact, one thing we're trying to do with our community is bring in all of these exports and sell and provide a forum for all of this content so that we can really grow that space to really be the social network that is inspiring the consumption of fruits and vegetables. Okay, well, thank you very much. I'm going to pass it on to Michael, who's going to share some exciting news.
Joe, thanks very much. Thank you very much. That's for you, mate. Good for you.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks very much, Joe. As I said, is this thing on? As I said earlier, one of the things that came out of this was that we really felt that we need to use some of the things that Joe was saying, but more importantly, some of the contacts that Joe has got in the media and the like, to see whether we can actually springboard something a little bit beyond this. And that's where the whole idea of potentially putting up a fruit and vegetable week. 1 week of the year when we can get the whole community focused on fruit and veg consumption, what they can be doing, and then just to try and provide them some information, some tools, whatever it is that will actually help them to go. So over the last 6 months, a couple of Joe's team, Stephanie Atkinson and Lisa McLean and myself, we've been going around talking to various stakeholders, retailers, industry associations, health departments, government people. And wherever we've been, everyone has said, great idea, we should do it, we love it. But we don't know what it's going to look like, we don't know what the campaign's going to look like, but in principle, we love the idea. Come back to us when you've got something more concrete, but in concept, we'll love it, we'll support it, cash or kind, we'll get behind this. So that's been the most important thing for us so far, is to try and get some stakeholder agreement that there could be something happening that would justify a week that the whole population, Australia and New Zealand, can be aware of about fruit and vegetable. Most recently, we've been talking to 3 creative agencies, and we've thrown it out to 3 leading creative agencies and said, what would you do? And we gave them literally 2 weeks leading up to this conference to come back to us with something that would inspire us. Because at the end of the day, this is not about telling people to do anything. What we're trying to do here is inspire, enthuse, and empower. And all I can say at the moment is that the three agencies that have come back to us, they have given us something there that I really feel confident that we can do something that really will make the general population sit up. But more importantly, it actually helps all the campaigns that are out there at the moment, the Go for 2 and 5, the various programs that the government's got underway, all the programs that the retailers do, the individual grower organizations do. All this will do is hopefully add more weight to the whole thing. So the first thing that PMA has decided to do, we've committed $100,000 to getting this thing under the road. What we now want to do is bring back the architecture of what that campaign could look like, bring it back to all the stakeholders and said, right, what can you do to add to both cash and kind to the $100,000 that PMA Australia and New Zealand is putting into this initiative. It is so important. We've got the initiative behind us with everything that's going on there at the moment, with MasterChef, with the huge obesity problems and overweight problems we've got in this country. Now's the time to act. So with that said, what we're trying to do over the next couple of days is a couple of things. Obviously, we wanted you to show a bit of an inspiration from what Joe's doing. Come and meet Joe. We've got booth number 52. Come and meet Joe. As he said, he's giving out a free DVD of his brilliant film. I mean, I've seen it 3 times now. It's very, very inspirational. So he's giving everyone one of those. He's got some juices going. And the other thing we've got there, we've got a book, and we want people just to throw their ideas into that book as to what they would like to see over a fruit and vegetable week. We don't mind how controversial, how left field, right field it is, but we want some feedback from people here in the audience. So, and there is a competition, both a prize today and tomorrow, to win a juicer, so that you, once you've seen that film, you can actually look about trying to reboot your life. So on that note, I'd like to say thank you very much for this session. I'd now like to invite John Lloyd onto the stage to introduce Greg Ferran.